Ooh. 1 clove of garlic very finely, and using your fingers start pressing down. Time to see what we have done. Buongiorno! Focaccia is one of those incredibly tasty and delicious Italian breads, and today I will be making my own version, and it's going to be extra delicious. I'm sure you will love it. I'll start by pouring 200 milliliters of warm water in a bowl, and I'm going to be adding half a teaspoon of yeast. This is just easy baking yeast that you find in any supermarket. And I'll give it a little stir with a spatula so that the yeast is absorbed by the water. I'm using bread flour today. I think is the best flour to use for focaccia, and this is 250 grams of bread flour, which is also what you make obviously to make bread. You used to make bread, but also to make pizza. And also a pinch of salt. And using my spatula, I'll start mixing everything together. Once the flour has absorbed all of the water and it becomes a little bit more difficult to mix, is when I'm going to be adding a good spoon of olive oil. And I'm going to be giving it a good mix again. And once the oil has also been absorbed by the dough, I'm going to be covering it with some cling film, and I'm going to be leaving it now for about 30 minutes to rest. After 30 minutes, I'm going to be wetting my hands with some water so that I don't get sticky fingers. And let's take a look at our dough. The yeast has begun doing its magic, and I'm now folding the dough 4 times on each side. I'm going to be placing now the cling film back on, and I'll leave it to rest for another 20 minutes, and then I'll do it again, and then another 20 minutes, and I'll do it again 3 times altogether. 20 minutes have passed, and we can do a second lot of folding. So same again, lift it and fold it on itself. I'm using bread flour, by the way, because it is high in gluten, and that is ideal when you're making a focaccia or when you're making a pizza as well. I'll cover it again, and I'll leave it for another 20 minutes. And I'm ready for my third set of folding now. So off we go again. Lift it, fold it, lift it, fold it. This ensures, by the way, that the dough aerates, and you get all these lovely bubbles when the focaccia is ready. So it is actually quite an important step in the process. And number 4. And that is it for now. I'm now going to be putting the cling film back on, and I will be placing it inside the oven, not turned on, just because it's nice and warm in there, for 3, maybe 4 hours, so that the yeast does its magic. And it needs at the very least double, if not even more, triple in terms of size, and then we can carry on and finish our focaccia later. See you later, bye. And I'm back 4¼ hours actually, mostly because I turned my dinner. Let's have a look. Ooh, look how wobbly it is. That's definitely more than double in size, and God, the smell. It's a mixture between a brewery, a beer brewery, and a bakery. I'm not sure, but it smells very different and very nice. The next step is to get my tray ready, so I will be pouring a little olive oil on the base. You can either use your hands or a brush like I'm doing, but ensure that you cover the entire surface and also the edges of the tray with olive oil. And if I've done the job right, it should just go on without me doing much to it, really. Ooh, there it is. Once it's on the tray, I'm going to fold it 1 more time. And then pick it up and turn it the other way around. And I'm now going to leave it for another half an hour to finish resting. In the meantime, I've started putting together my ingredients for the topping, and I have chopped 1 clove of garlic very finely, and I put some olive oil in a frying pan with some salt and pepper. I'll move them on the hob, and I'm on a medium heat, number 6 out of 9 in my case, and literally I'm going to let them fry for not more than 30 seconds to a minute. I do not want to burn them. That is it, job done. I also got some black pitted olives. You can use also green olives, or you can use a combo of green and black, entirely your choice. I'm actually halving them. Also a few sun-dried tomatoes. These are in oil, in vegetable oil, which I'm chopping them into small pieces. There are 4 pieces in here. The choice of toppings is entirely yours, of course, and you can choose whatever you like. You can choose not to put anything on, just some herbs, but I think to put some olives and sun-dried tomatoes and anything like that is really, really good. My preference with focaccia is rosemary. I suppose it's my preference with a lot of dishes, but I'm just removing a few bits of rosemary from a little branch. And lastly, I'll be also using some oregano as and when my focaccia is ready. And I'm back again. There's an awful lot of resting in this recipe, but no more resting now. So a little olive oil on top of my focaccia, spread it evenly with your brush, and using your fingers start pressing down until your focaccia reaches pretty much the edges of your tray. Make sure that you do not pull it, by the way, otherwise you'll be breaking it. Perfect. And now adding a little bit of oregano first, followed by some rosemary. So I'm doing all the herbs first. Next I'm adding my garlic, which I shallow fried earlier, including any oil which is left in there, followed by a generous amount of sun-dried tomatoes, which are one of my favorites. And the last ingredient is going to be the olives. Wonderful, we're nearly there. I'm going to pop this in the oven now, preheated. Make sure that your oven is at temperature already 200 degrees for approximately 15 minutes, and I will let you know in 15 minutes times how I go on, and I'll see you then. And I'm back for one last time. It should just come off very easily, as it does. Yes, indeed. Let's put it back on the board. Time to see what we have done. Nice and crunchy. If you look inside, it's got some nice little bubbles and not very thick. I don't particularly like them very thick, just like pizza. I like it thin, but I like it to be also rich with ingredients. And I'll try one. It definitely doesn't smell or taste of brewery anymore. It's more like an Italian or Sicilian pizzeria. Absolutely, absolutely delicious. The rosemary and the garlic, spot on. Also the oregano gives a bit of a pizza flavor, but my favorite ingredient is the sun-dried tomato in this particular case. If you make it, try with it, and it's absolutely lovely. Ciao ciao, I'll carry on if you don't mind, as it is absolutely delicious. Ciao ciao, see you later.